Yeah, what's happening, people? Soapbox Sundays. How you doing? I'm Burger. All right, let me hey, fucking share this, huh? How about that? I'm gonna share it. If a lot of the people that know me can be total assholes and not reshare it, that'd be fucking great. For those of you who do reshare it, I truly appreciate you. Check this out. I want you to take a look at what we're looking at right now. These are some of the people who support Biden, and one of Biden's things he said. Someone, not someone. This guy Drew Ergalano was telling me that hold on, sorry. This guy was telling me that I'm sorry, I'm trying to get all this in. Okay, I just got to get Wallace and then I got to get Robin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Leach, what's up? And Wallace is in love. I think that's fucking amazing. I'm so happy for him. All right, Brian Wallace, happy being in love. All right, so here's the deal. Check this out. These are the swell people he's supported by. As I said, supported by a swell group of people. You got up here, you got Biden pinning some medal on Bush and his wife, right? Okay, these are the same two people that the Democratic Party called the devil, scum, the worst people in the world, a murderer, everything else, a war criminal. Here's Biden with China over here, and then here's Biden with Epstein's girl. None of these are photoshopped. I've checked them all. Here's Biden holding hands with the Grand Wizard of the fucking Ku Klux Klan. So this guy Drew was telling me that, oh, Trump got sued for this, and Trump had Trump University, and it was bullshit, and his colleges and all this shit, right? Yeah, he was a total like businessman who threw everything out there and saw what worked, and he was a scammer. I want to say kind of a con man, but he was like I said to him, he's like the used car salesman of politics, society, and everything else. And so in that sense, yeah, Trump did a ton of scummy things. Like, that's what I don't understand. I don't think a lot of people are pretending like Trump was the most like open, honest, straightforward businessman of all times. I think a lot of people feel like Trump was kind of shady in his business dealings in some of them, but he has crushed with fixing the economy. He's hustled a bunch of deals. He's like really came in. He's like that movie where the guy shows up to do the job, but he's not really like qualified and he wasn't supposed to have the job, but they thought he was the guy, so they gave him the job, and then he comes through and he saves everything, and he, even though he didn't have a degree, he saves the company. You saw it was every 80s movie, right? He bangs the boss's wife, he saves the company, and then he goes and marries the girl that's perfect for him, and they pretend like they're going to go on and be happy. But that's what I'm saying is like, Trump's like the dude who kind of came in and he's been really fucking helping the country in a lot of ways. And again, if you don't understand that peace in the Middle East is a good thing, if you don't understand that a $500 billion fucking program to help increase the ability for people that have been oppressed, things like that, held back, if you don't think that's a good thing, then I don't get it. Like, that's just ignorant. But here's the thing. Yeah. Is he a hustler? Yeah. Does he do some shady shit all the time? Has a lot of his businesses or some of his businesses been bullshit? Yeah. Has he gone bankrupt? Yeah. So did Disney. And Disney was sued for different things and all kinds of stuff, and sued for business practices and everything else. The difference is that's business. Joe Biden did this under taxpayer money. Joe Biden did all this stuff pretending to be a good person, be a politician. He's only made money as a politician. All of his money's come from being a politician, basically. And their stories are all bullshit. But the fact is, if you don't understand that a lot of people get that about Trump, like especially people like me who would never have been on the Republican side whatsoever. Now we're totally all over the Republican side because here, look, we're all right. Yeah, we're right. We're all over the Republican side because it's. And again, follow me. I'm not supporting all Republicans. A lot of them I don't buy into whatsoever. I'm not okay with. I'm also pro-choice. I'm for all marriages and for open borders. I still support Trump. See, I'm for open border. I am for marriage for whatever idiot wants to get married. They should be able to. I'm for, I don't believe in any of that type of stuff. Like I said, open borders. I still support Trump. See, that's how bad the Democratic Party is and the Libertarian and Liberal Party are. That's how bad Sanders and all these people are, and Harris and Trump and all them. I mean, Harris and Trump. I sound like Biden now. No, Harris and Trump. Harris and Biden, the Harris-Biden presidency campaign. Now, how bad they are is I don't support Republicans, but I support Trump. A lot of people like me aren't Republican and are pro-choice and are for open borders and things like that, are different parts of those things. But we support Trump because there's no way in hell this is who we're supporting. There's no way in hell this lying scumbag piece of shit, or Kamala Harris, who's in her defense a lying scumbag piece of shit. There's no way that any of us are going to support them. By the way, if you guys understand what shadow bans and bans are and things like that, I am completely banned. So unless you share the video, nobody will ever see any of my videos, and that's fine. I like Ben Shapiro and I dig what he's saying, but they let him out there because he's got enough money, and he's going to turn so many people off with some of his rhetoric. They make sure people like me are shadow banned, and I'll tell you why. I'm a school teacher, special education, mild to moderate. I'm 99% Jewish, 1% Eastern European. 99 based on DNA, Jewish. My youngest daughter is Black and Jewish. My other kids are Greek and Jewish. So my family is completely mixed. I grew up poor. I speak Spanish. I'm for open borders. If you don't shut me down and I get out, then people get to question everything. See, I don't understand why people are living in complete poverty. It makes no sense to me. Anybody working a 30 to 40 hour week should be able to minimally buy a condo, buy a small condo or something like that, or a house. A condo in the city, buy an apartment, a condo in the city, rent a decent apartment, like a nice, however many, if they have 3 kids, they should be able to rent a 4-bedroom apartment. If, you know what I'm saying? If they work 30, 40 hours, if they're working 40 hours a week, maybe the other spouse is working 10, 20, 30 hours a week, however it works. If, in families, they should be able to buy that. The fact that they can't is a problem. The fact that people can't buy homes in California and places like that, that you have to go live in the middle of nowhere to buy a home and there's no work there, is insane. Those are the problems. So I do like Ben Shapiro, and I like a lot of what he says. The reason they allow him to get out is because he's not going to get people behind him to go, yeah, you know what? That's right, because he is pro-rich. He's also pro-free speech and things like that, but he turns off a lot of people because he's a very white, rich guy. So it's fine if he gets out because he's not going to, like Bill Hicks, he's not going to get everybody thinking, like Lenny Bruce, things like that. He's not going to get everybody thinking. He's not going to look in the eyes of the Democrats and slap them, and look in the eyes of the Republicans and slap them and go, you're all wrong. You're all wrong. And that's what I'm saying. You're all wrong. Yes, Trump's a shisty, tricky dude who's probably a womanizer and all these things. He's also been one of our best presidents. He's also done more for people of different colors other than white, because white's a fucking abstract. So if white's not a color, black's not a color. They're both abstracts. So if black's a color, white's a color. So people of color other than Caucasian or white, he has done more for than most of our last presidents, several last presidents, especially the Democratic ones as well. He has done a lot. He's brought peace to the Middle East. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, just stop. We all get it. He's the used car salesman of politics, but he's getting shit done. You don't like his coffee breath or the cigarettes he smokes. You don't like his demeanor. You don't like that he drops cunt 9 times and talks about, and then you don't like that he goes like this. Do you smell that? You smell it? That was from last night, the girl. You don't like that he does that. That's disgusting, and he is a pig. But he's getting shit done. I hate these motherfuckers. Hold on one second. I'm so sorry. I'm going to shut that. That's just too loud. I hate those son of a bitches. Fucking Sunday. It's Sunday, you assholes. The fuck are they doing gardening on goddamn Sunday? It's fucking bullshit. Anyway, it's the Lord's Day. Which Lord? I don't know. Muhammad, Jehovah, whatever Lord you want, it's their day. Anyway, the simple point I'm trying to make is you don't share it, it doesn't get out. You don't share it, it doesn't get out. It's that simple. It's just, I'm just trying to see something. I don't know if I'm See, if you understood what goes on, I get completely and entirely blocked, shadow banned, and everything else. So everything I produce gets shoved so far back, so unseeable. I hate these guys. It's so unseeable. It's so unretrievable. There's a person I'm hoping to interview, a lady named Shiva. She's the head of what's going on in Beverly Hills as far as the Trump rallies and everything else, which are very peaceful. You want to talk about a peaceful rally? There's a peaceful rally. Nothing happens. Nothing goes wrong. They talked about the rally and they go, the head of the Trump rally. They didn't even mention her name, show her picture, give her any recognition because they don't want her being seen, because she is a woman, a business owner, a woman who has created her own way and supports Trump. She's a good-looking, successful, strong, intelligent woman who supports Donald Trump severely, who seriously supports Donald Trump. I don't know if she 100% supports the Republican Party. And again, where we would differ, she is pro-life. I am pro-choice. She is closed borders. I am open borders. That's just a difference of opinion. I don't give a shit. As long as she doesn't have to give me shit or cuss at me or yell at me or anything for the way I feel, I wouldn't do it to her. And that's what I'm saying. And even if somebody was pro-Biden and everything else, I don't have a reason to fight with them or yell at them. I just have my way, they have theirs. Everyone was getting mad about The Rock because The Rock supporting Biden. And a lot of the Republicans are like, fuck The Rock. No, The Rock is a great actor, athlete who's created some amazing shit and has been very successful. Now, is he a rags to riches story? Fuck no. His dad was a professional wrestler. Yes, he well outdid his dad, but he didn't come from nothing. He played professional sports. He had every opportunity in front of him. He didn't come out of nowhere and make it, but he is a success story. And the fact that he supports Biden doesn't make me change my view on how The Rock acts in his movies and things like that. I enjoy him. I like his stupid TV show he does right now, the game show. I like him. He's a positive person. Just because he supports Biden doesn't change my views on him. He just supports Biden. That's all. That's the problem with this world, though. If someone doesn't agree with us nowadays, like if people have Trump paraphernalia or anything, people are burning it. People are setting it on fire. People are burning it. People are setting it on fire. I swear to God, I'm catching what Biden has. I hate these motherfuckers. Like who gardens at 7 fucking o'clock at night with these goddamn leaf blowers? You hear that shit? But Eric Garcetti doesn't give a fuck because he doesn't care. Eric Garcetti doesn't give two shits about human beings. He cares about his money and his devil worship. That dude is such a disgusting Hitler scumbag. I fucking hate that dude. I hope I have. Do I have that picture? Ugh, I gotta show you guys this picture. I love it. It's on my phone. I just gotta show you. I hate these goddamn leaf blowers. Oh, one share. I think it's me. I'm probably, no, I didn't share. Oh, yeah, I'm my only share. That's what I'm saying. You know, none of my friends share. Everybody tells me how they're my friend. You know, like, I mean, I have a group of people who are like, oh, you're my friend. That I've helped out a lot. And it's like, this is the thing. If your group of friends are people that you've done stuff they've needed and they've tried to repay you with whatever shit they wanted to give you that was left over or whatever, you don't have a good, solid group of friends. I have so much used shit that slowly died because it was used to begin with that people offer me because they think it's helping me. You know, Jamie, Chuck, Joey, those are people who, when I was in need, brought me brand new shit, more than what I even thought I wanted. I didn't even have to ask for it. They brought me a ton of shit. Cochino checks in on me, you know, stuff like that. You know, other people, they offer me shit I didn't ask for. Like I've had people send me money here and there, like $50, $100, whatever, that I never asked for and didn't need. I mean, what do I don't say no. I'm just like, whatever, I guess. It's their way of feeling good. But then when I ask them a favor, let's say they tell me they can do something, when it comes time, that they can't do. So I just had someone recently who would send me money and I tell them, hey, I don't need money. But then I did need something. And they're like, yeah, no problem, got you covered. And then just bailed on me and never did anything. And it was like, what the fuck? And they still comment on all my shit and everything else. But with people nowadays, I just don't deal with them. And that's the beauty of it. And that's what I'm saying with Democrats and stuff, just don't deal with them. If you support Trump, be proud. The reason people don't understand why Trump is going to win, Trump is going to win because, see, I don't give a shit what any of you people think. I raise my children. They do well. My older two children are on full scholarships, full rides for academics at universities. My youngest daughter is fantastic. Like I said, she's amazing. She's taught herself piano and ukulele, and she's art and everything. And I'm very blessed. But I do a very good job, and I raise my children, and I do all this stuff. You guys aren't doing that. Go raise your children. Go do your shit. Go fix your lives. Stop worrying about who's voting for what. And see, so I don't give a shit what you guys think. I'll tell you, I'm supporting Trump now. I was always iffy, like, okay, I don't give a shit. The guy brought peace to the Middle East, and he's fucking setting up a whole program for people like my youngest daughter. So fuck everyone. You know what? I'm behind this dude because what he didn't vote for was segregation. What he didn't say was poor kids are just as smart as white kids. He didn't say that. What he didn't say is you're not black if you don't vote for me. What he didn't say was all these different things. What he didn't say is he didn't want his kids growing up in a jungle, a racial jungle. He didn't say those things. And you'll notice I'm not bringing up that Biden never said the N-word, because when he did say it, he was just repeating what was on paper, and he legally had to say it. So I don't call him out for that, because that was bullshit when they called him out for that. When things are bullshit, they're bullshit. This guy has said so many things on video, you don't need to say shit. He's on video saying, yeah, I told him if you want the money, fire the DA. He said it. Trump went, that's not right. And everyone went, impeach Trump. Again, let me just say this. Follow me. And again, if you can share this, guys, it's the only way I'm ever getting out there. I'm shadow banned, blocked. Everything I do gets shut way back and way down. Trust me, with Zuckerberg. And if you look at the social media dilemma, you're going to find out why you see what you see and why you get to see what you see and how people like me are stopped. Because again, I am trying to push out there an agenda of acceptance. That's all. Live your life. Vote. Whoever wins, wins. Move on. Let people support who they support. Let democracy happen. Let freedom happen. I'm promoting that. I want open borders. I want people to be able to come to America, hang out, visit, get jobs, live here. I want to be able to go to other countries and live there if I want and work there without going through a bunch of bullshit and everything else. We should be able to be free to bring our services and our talents and our abilities and our humanity to different countries and different places at free will. Who shouldn't be able to travel are criminals that hurt children, hurt people, things like that. You know, criminals, thieves, things like that. Like, I mean, murderers, thieves, rapists, stuff like that, child molesters, they shouldn't be able to travel. The rest of us should all be able to travel all over the world without not be able to. We have the right. It's our world. And so I promote that, and I promote a free world. People don't like that, but I promote a free world where you also get to have your guns. And you can be proud of your American flag, and you can not be proud of it. It's your choice. You could use it to light cigarettes if you want. Or you could be proud of it. It's a flag. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my world, you get to make your choices like free. What people died for. What real soldiers thought they were really fighting for. True freedom. The freedom to do what you want. The freedom to be black and walk wherever you want. The freedom to be white and walk wherever you want. Neither of those are free. There's people in both groups in many places that aren't free to walk around safely. That's not a free world. There's Latin people. And again, you know, you're letting the media tell you who likes and who hates you and everything else, and you need to stop it. We need to wake up, people. This is Soapbox Sundays. Just wake up. If you watch this and you dig it, share it. Because the only way people are going to understand, again, if you can't understand that this is who Biden's hanging out with, man, and George Bush, you guys think it's a big deal that George Bush is support? Please understand that the shittiest Republicans that all of us hated to begin with, all the Democrats, all the libertarians, I was a libertarian liberal, all of us hated, well, okay, I loved when Bush ducked the shoe. God damn it, my shoulder, I'm dying. Oh, sorry. I do this for you. I'm in so much pain. Okay. Luckily, I cut the video back and forth. That's why it seems like I don't take breaks, but yeah, I'm stopping. I gotta be honest, it's killing me. Okay, so I'm gonna end this, but yeah, keep in mind, people are bragging right now, like George Bush is helping Biden and this and that. Everyone called George Bush a war criminal, a murderer, the worst person in the world. His whole family was the worst criminals, everything, right? Now that he's supporting Biden, some of these idiots are like, yeah, see, Even Bush is supporting Biden. You mean the person you call the worst person in the world is supporting the same? Whenever somebody, I think, is when the worst people in the world are against a certain person, I always think that that person's probably doing something right. The fact that there's Republicans whose money and everything depends on this dirtiness, whose livelihoods, whose family wealth depends on this dirtiness, and they don't like Trump. The fact that there's Republicans who've been accused of pedophilia and things that don't like Trump, that only has pushed me further into liking Trump. And if you don't get that, you're not reading. Again, it's like the Breonna Taylor thing, and I've stayed pretty quiet about this, but I'm going to say it. I have looked at that thing a million times. I have gone over and over and over it and over it, just by the letter of any law in any part of this country, in any state. Those police officers, morally in life, made a horrible mistake. However, legally did nothing wrong, except for whomever. And the sad thing is, whoever gave that information, the captain, the sergeant, whoever didn't double check what was going on and sent the officers to that place with bad information, that person should be held on negligent homicide. Why people aren't calling for the law, the obvious. Negligent homicide is a bunch of years. I mean, years, but that's all there is. The fact that they're giving them something about shooting through a wall, that's just stupid. You're blaming cops for shooting randomly. I mean, come on. But negligent homicide, that works. Why not find out who gave that information? Unless you're going to show me that they wanted to kill Breonna Taylor, then that's murder. If their goal was to kill Breonna Taylor, then that's murder. If their goal was following through on a warrant and everything else, that's again, for the person who set it up and didn't follow through and didn't know all the information, that is negligent homicide. If it's different, can somebody please explain to me using the law? Don't tell me this keeps happening. Don't tell me that, oh, everyone just ignores it or race. Don't say anything like that. Just tell me, by the letter of the law, why should these police officers have ever been charged with anything when nothing was done wrong? Just again, why should the boyfriend never should have been charged with anything, not firing a firearm, not hitting a police officer? He wasn't. You realize that the boyfriend wasn't charged with shooting a cop. He wasn't charged with attempted murder because he didn't know they were cops. He thought someone was breaking into his house. Well, he should have known. No, he shouldn't have known. They did exactly what they should have done. He should never have been charged for anything. And people need to stop calling him a drug dealer because nobody knows that the current boyfriend was a drug dealer. The ex-boyfriend was a drug dealer and he was wanted for a lot of things. The current boyfriend, you guys keep making up shit on, and you need to stop that. Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, who shot the cop, people are making shit up. Nobody knows whether he has a record, and as far as we know, he doesn't. He did nothing wrong. He defended his house. He grabbed his gun like any of us would have done if we had a gun. God damn it. I'm sorry. My arm is killing me. He grabbed his gun and he used it to protect his home like you're supposed to. He got charged with nothing. They didn't try and I don't know if they tried to charge him with something. I don't know I'm sure the cops tried to pull some shit. People are shady. But again, by the letter of the law, you cannot charge the police officers with murder, attempted murder, or anything. Not even fucking up. Because it was just that. It was a fuck up on somebody's part. That person negligent. Again, it bothers me because Andres was shot 5 times in the back. He was doing nothing. He did run. The autistic kid was shot. He was just running. Neither of them had weapons. The woman who was shot when the cop was trying to shoot her dog was just laying there. I mean, there are so many cases where people are being harassed and attacked and everything else because they are black. That is true. Some of these aren't them, though. Some of these aren't them. And the fact that, when all the truth starts coming out, the media just they don't talk about it. The mainstream media stops talking about it. OAN News, by the guys, check it out. One America's Network. Check it out. It's actually a great news station. Yeah, One America's News. Anyway, most of you won't share this. Definitely my friends won't, because they're my friends. Yeah, if anybody cares about getting this out, you really should. Because the fact is, if we don't all start getting together and become humans and worry about humanity and move forward on being human to one another, then it doesn't matter anyway. It's all fucked. We're going to end up in civil war. We're going to end up killing one another. And it's pathetic. All we have to do is stop following these politicians. Guys, Nancy Pelosi was caught at a hair salon. She blamed the salon. The salon, a woman, a female business owner, lost her business in San Francisco. Wake up, please. Nobody's saying Trump's a good guy. But I'm sorry, there are people saying that. People like me aren't saying Trump's a good guy. People like me are saying, no, he's a businessman or a business person. He's a con person. He's a hustler. But he was getting some serious shit done. Like some serious shit done, you know? What is going on? Oh. Okay, sorry, that was driving me crazy. The point I'm trying to make is Trump was getting serious shit done. And so you can say whatever you want. But let's start dealing with the truth. And let's deal with humanity. Hey, you know what, Democrats? Maybe don't put up an old rich guy and some bitch who grew up with money, put tons of black people in jail, passed horrible marijuana laws and horrible truancy laws, who then married a rich white guy. Maybe don't put those people up as your politicians, and then people can get behind the Democratic Party unless you have an agenda. Unless you have an agenda, don't put the why again. You're the Democratic Party, the Liberal Party, both parties, the Liberal Party and the Democratic Party, offered up two rich white guys. Barry Sanders? Barry Sanders? Is that his name? I don't even remember his name anymore. Barry Sanders, I think it is. It just doesn't even matter. He's so old and he shouldn't even be running. And Biden, that's what you guys put up. Trump looks younger and better and Trump has been involved with more minorities and things like that, more minority organizations, and given more money to minority than either of those two that the Democratic Party and the Liberal Party put up. That's who you guys put up. How do you blame someone else when that's who you put up? That's who you put up. You put them up. How do you keep blaming other people? How do you keep saying any type of shit, man? Most of your party's going to vote Trump because they know it's the better choice. You offered them a rich, shitty white guy and this bitch who's horrible. She is one of the worst people ever. And shame on Snoop Dogg, but he was always a sellout fraud, so it doesn't matter. He's been a fraud from day one. But again, that's what I'm saying. His videos, everyone will see them because that's who they want you to see. They want you to follow that ignorant shit. Well, his kids go to college and private schools and play private sports and everything else. Then you follow his jackass, and your kids want to be gangsters because of him, but his kids are going to private schools and living a privileged life. So Snoop Dogg's kids live a very privileged life. They go to very expensive schools and everything else, but he's teaching your kids to be gangsters and everything else. But he cares. He cares about black lives, but he doesn't mind sending them all. Even though he never lived that life, he was never really a gangster. Got pushed out of fucking Long Beach like a bitch. It's so upsetting. And now he's like, oh, he's supporting. He makes me sick of that. He'd support Harris, who passed marijuana laws that put so many young black men in jail. And he could have been one of them if he wasn't a sellout rich little boy who gave a booty. He would have been one of them. He would have been one of Harris's jail people. But now he supports her. That's what I'm saying. Democratic Party, you could have put up so many better people. You could have offered such a diversity, but you're putting up a rich white guy and a fake black woman who's part black barely and came from money. Shame on you. Shame on you.